Hello to the person who got the slot machine. I don't know who got it yet. Literally, the auction was yesterday. Super surreal moment in my life. This is what the lock card looks like. You seem like an experienced art collector. I don't know who you are yet. They didn't tell me who you are, but I just think it's so cool. I've never been at Christie's like while they're loading up everything, so I think it's cool. The lock card says crate. That's the biggest crate I've ever seen in my life. There's like a Damien Hirst. Crazy. This is a tutorial on everything you need to know for the slot machine. This is being filmed by Cassian, my studio manager, the coolest guy on the planet. Together, we made this thing come to New York. I don't know how much you know about me or like about the slot machine. Over 5 months, we bought a salvage slot machine, took it completely apart, and all the tech inside is completely ours. From scratch, custom circuit boards from Gio and Dylan, who are electrical engineers. Sorry, pardon all the noise. It's super loud in here. Christie's is deassembling from the post-order present sale. So with that, there are some beautiful bugs with the slot machine that I just want to educate you on so that when you get it, you're like, okay, here are things I know. So when other people play with it, you know, if you have it at your house or at like wherever you want it, I don't know. Don't put it in your backyard. I don't recommend putting it outside, right? Put it inside. It can be by a window. It can, as long as it's inside, I think that's good. Like, it is a electronic machine with a wire. The only thing that powers the slot machine is one wire. It's this wire here. We have it taped up, but it's just like a pretty standard wire. You plug it in. It doesn't take up that much power. Right now it's on. You'll know the slot machine is on because the screen is on, the panels light up, this candlestick is lit up, and the buttons are lit up. It'll typically make sounds. Here are your buttons. This button doesn't work because the printer for the slot machine's right here, so you can't play with this one. But this one makes the reel spin. These three do silly sounds.
Wow, you're really starting to press my button.
They do various silly sounds. A note I have for the buttons, when you're gonna spin the reels, I would just press it once, kind of like that. I notice people hold their finger on the button, and so now it took your picture and it's printing out a lovely photo of you. And look at that. That's us talking about the slot machine. Just one single tap. Some people hold their hands on the button and then it kind of confuses the machine thinking you were doing a lot of spins. So try to just do one tap, or if you're with friends or have a party and a lot of people are playing it and you're like, why isn't it spinning? Or it's spinning a lot and taking a lot of pictures. It's probably because someone kept their hand held. Same thing for the lever. When you pull the lever, just do a pull all the way down and let go. I noticed some people will pull the lever down and keep it held down for a long time. One pull all the way down where you hear that click, that like whoosh. I'll do a replay right now. Whoosh. And all the way down and let go. And you can pull it kind of hard. The slot machine's pretty heavy, so you're not gonna like topple over the machine. It's pretty balanced. So some people came in Christie's and were having a real fun time playing the slot machine and got a little wild. Don't worry about it falling over. It's pretty sturdy. Here's us recording the video. For the slot machine, like for fingerprints or whatever, we've been using stainless steel cloths for fridges. So we just wipe down the metal like that, use a microfiber cloth. You can kind of use whatever for the metal, general metal polish. You can use that. For these panels, so this is not glass, it's plastic. So don't use glass cleaner for this plastic. It can erode the artwork or erode the plastic. Try to just stick to soap and water for the panels. This is just the general care. And then also note on the sides, you know, feel free to polish it up because it does get a little scuffy, especially when people walk around. Because they can touch the slot machine, then they start touching everything. This is paint, like I painted this. This is hand painted, so try not to put the metal polish over the paint because then you're just gonna start wiping away the paint that I did. So kind of just like polish it, and then once you get to the painted part, stop polishing and let it be. These are painted 3D printed parts, so then you might wipe away the paint on these. Same with the back. I made this thing, so I'm a lot more crazier with how I clean it, but you know, don't be afraid to touch it. You can clean the mirrored parts, just watch out for the paint. You don't want to wipe away the paint. And then down here, here's where the wire is. We have it tucked under the foam. If you want to look inside, you can open this up, and then inside there, I don't know, you can hide stuff or paper rolls, whatever. Don't be afraid to touch. Open up the machine anytime. Feel free to call us, Zoom call us, or Google Meets, FaceTime, whatever, and we can go over any questions you have. Also, if it's talking and you like want it to be quiet really quick, you can just click a button. You can just kind of like skip through it, whatever it's saying. But yeah, if anything really crazy happens, we're also happy to come to wherever you are and fix whatever went wrong. But this is a general guide, so You feel safe. I feel safe. This is my baby, and I feel like I'm sending my baby to your house, and I'm telling you, like, all right, his favorite snacks are gummy worms. You know, he doesn't like pickles, but he loves ice cream. So that's exterior care. This is plaster. It's pretty delicate. I saw some people when they come to play the slot machine, they like kind of kick it a little bit. Not on purpose, not that they're mad at me, but it's accidental. That's really easy to touch up. Yeah, feel free to touch it up if you feel like. Like we went to Home Depot, we took a picture of the base and showed them like it's like kind of orange. So then this orange, we just touched it up because people bump into it. If you really wanted, the slot machine is detachable from this foam base. So you could take off the slot machine and put it like a white pedestal or whatever you want on a table. The slot machine itself is completely powered. Like all the power and stuff is in here, the metal part. And then all the extra foam wood stuff is kind of fluff that I thought was cool for the exhibition. I mean, it's yours now. Do whatever you want with it. And I won't be offended at all. Like, I think it's a cool slot machine. You know, for exhibition purposes, I really like this. But if you're like, hey, I would actually really like this, but I'm afraid people are going to bump into it, I'm going to take it off and put it on another pedestal. Go for it. That'd be cool if it's on like a cool like chrome one or like whatever you want. I don't know. You could put it on a go-kart and drive around with the slot machine. Let's talk about inside. To open the slot machine, to get in the guts, there's this little red thingy, I don't know what to call it. You pull it up, it's gonna be loud and you're gonna feel it. You pull it up and keep pulling up and lift, and then the door opens. It's kind of hard to do at first and you might feel like you're breaking the slot machine. I promise you, you're not. Like, there's not really a wrong way to do this. Just pull up and pull out. Up and out. Just like that. And remember, this is a slot machine from the early 2000s made of real metal. It's not that delicate. You'll be fine. You'll be okay. Don't be nervous. And you open it up. And here's the inside. I know. It looks crazy. What did you just buy? Who are you? Why'd you buy this? This is crazy. Who made this? How do I talk about this? To sum up what's inside, here's what you're going to need to know. This is the printer. So when it takes a picture of you, the camera's right here. When it takes a picture of you, it uses all the fancy computer stuff and it talks to this printer. And using the paper, the printer comes out the front like this. Out of here. Just like that. So that's the basis of how it works. But as you can see, eventually, paper might run out. What are we gonna do if the paper runs out? Let me explain to you. The printer is a thermal printer. There's no ink involved, so you'll never have to replace ink for this printer. No ink ever. It just uses power and heat to heat up the paper, and it's special thermal printer paper, so that's how it turns black. It's the same thing as like a receipt printer. So no ink ever having to be replaced. You'll never have to really touch anything inside here except the paper or the volume knob or power. When you get your slot machine, it will probably be off. Obviously, it's not plugged in. Slot machine is off. All you have to do is to turn it on is go to the power cord in the back, plug it in to whatever outlet you want. Power on. Just like that. It's gonna take a second for everything to boot on. Look at that. When you hear that beep, that loud beep you just heard, that's the receipt printer. So you always want to listen for that loud beep. All the lights are on. And you wait 20 seconds like we just did. All the reels spin. It does that sound. Another way to confirm is now the front screen is on too. So once all those pass the test of, is the screen on? Are all the lights for the cabinet on? Did the reels just do the spin? And did you hear that sound? And the loud beep for the printer? You're good. You're good to go. The slot machine's on, and if you have your paper loaded in, you're good to play, and you can leave it on all day and have hundreds of people play it like we did. We had 700 spins over the exhibition. The slot machine's on. I don't know where you're going to put this. I like to imagine it's in someone's living room, and they're like relaxing on their couch, watching TV. If you're watching TV, you're in the middle of like Interstellar. You're at this scene. You probably don't want to hear like,
make him stay, Murph.
oh,
I dare you.
Don't let me leave, Murph.
We not share the same kind of gravity.
you probably don't want to hear this at the most intense climax of your
Don't
film.
let me leave, Murph.
So you can mute the slot machine. I won't be offended. I added a mute button for a reason. Just left is quiet, right is loud. So just spin this, and once you can't spin it anymore, then it's muted. That's muted. It's not gonna make any crazy sounds. Even when you play the game, you won't hear anything. It's a very quiet machine. Super quiet. The fans aren't loud or anything. So now it's just muted. But remember to unmute it, because there were many times we thought we broke the slot machine, but forgot it was just muted. It can get really loud also. I'm not gonna do that because we're at Christie's and I don't want to annoy everyone here. But yeah, if you turn it all the way right, like that thing echoes. It gets super loud. These speakers are no joke. But that's cool if you have a party and it's like loud and you want it to be loud, and I don't know. I love the idea of this being at a party. Loud and ridiculous. I hope you're that kind of person that wants to have fun with this, because that's why I made it. It's supposed to be fun and crazy. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about that. Anything else? Don't touch anything else. Don't touch the wires. I mean, you can touch it if you want, like just a little poke. But don't go in here and like get crazy. These are PCBs. Don't touch that. Don't touch anything except the paper, the printer, and these buttons inside. Besides that, you got no business. It's yours. If you want to take apart the slot machine that I took apart and then take apart mine and then build your own, I mean, it's yours now. You can. Whatever. Okay. Let's go over new segment. How to change paper in the slot machine. This is a crazy one. Whenever you're going to mess around with the slot machine, just turn it off. Make sure it's off. Here's how you change the paper. POV, this is Cassian, and this is me. This is the whole slot machine to get a gist. And there's a little black lever. You see this little lever? It's hard to see. It's this like little lever. Look, you can like put your finger on it. You're gonna go to the lever, and I kind of like to put my hand here, and I go to the lever and I pull down. And you see how this thing just popped out? That's what this lever does. It pops out this piece. And then you grab this piece. Here's the piece. Don't be afraid to touch it. Look, you can touch it. It's okay. You can touch this. It's okay. Pull the paper out, or in this case, you might have run out of paper. When you get to the end of paper, you see how inside the paper there's like this orange stuff? Once you start seeing weird orange stuff on your paper, that means you're almost out and you should replace it soon, because then your printer is going to start beeping a lot and it's going to be really annoying. If you run out of paper and you don't want to buy more, or you like forgot, but you want the slot machine on, but you don't want to hear the beep, 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 just turn the printer off. And then you can play the game. It won't print out anything, obviously, because the printer's not on. There was a baby here that played the game like 50 times. So we just turned the printer off, and then he could keep playing and playing and playing. That's another cool thing. Lever, pulled down, so the white thingy, pops out. It looks like coconut, kind of. See? It just popped out. Okay. The thingy's out. Roller thingy's out. Now you're gonna put it in there. Boom.
This is a completely fresh roll, and you can tell because the top is still glued on. So as you unravel this first little bit of the roll, just make sure you kind of give it a rip after the sticky part, because the sticky part might interfere with the smoothness of the print. And now we have, a full paper roll, have taken off the sticky end, and we're good to just slide it on and pull out a little bit. Again, here's the little nut that kind of keeps the paper roll in place. It just avoids this sliding off as the printer operates. We're gonna spin it off, not too tight. It can move around a little bit. It's really just a general placeholder. You give yourself a little room, pull out a good bit of the paper, and we're gonna come down here. This is easiest to do with the door fully open. Don't be discouraged by the paper being at a weird angle, but you feed it, and do you want to take down the front part right here? A better angle. You feed it through this little gap that comes up and out right here. And again, give yourself a little bit of extra paper to work with. You can always pull this back later on. And then we take our little routing part, which kind of directs the paper to come out the front of the printer slot. And we feed it through the bottom right here. You'll know the bottom is where the little spiral is. And you tighten this up again. Now I'm pulling this paper down from the bottom, so I'm getting the excess paper kind of out of the way. And you'll feel really easily if this is in place or not. You can also see at this little corner piece that there is a slot for it to snap into, and then you fully know it's in place when you heard this little clicking sound. Coming around the front, the good indicator of it being in the right place is that there's a little bit of space on either side of the feeding slot, so it's not touching the edge like this, which would have the paper come out at an angle. It's fairly centered, which should allow for the print to come out smooth. Now we're gonna close this bad boy out. First things first, we're gonna turn the printer back on, and we're gonna roll up the excess paper. This can be done as you're closing the door. I'm just kind of tapping this paper back. And microphone out of the way. Snap it right back in. Door's closed. If you want, you could totally operate this with the front panel open. So you're going to be able to see that the paper gets pulled correctly. With the main indicator, you know you did it right. You know you did it right when the print comes out smoothly. It's not crinkled on either of the edges, meaning it doesn't bump into any of the corners as it's being fed through. And obviously if there's something on the paper, if the photo gets printed, generally it's working. There we go, talk to me. Perfect. It's a little bit off-centered, but not enough to the point where it messes with any of the edges. There's room to wiggle that around, but that's how you refill the paper. Again, if you have any questions, hit us up. We'll be happy to walk you through it. The paper does not have to be super tight on the spiral. Don't feel like you always need to get it on there perfectly tight like this, or like have it pulled super tight like this. It can sit as it is right now, and then you feel free to come right here and just pop this front panel back into place. And again, for reference, one more spin, this time with the lever. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go.
So you've just graduated the FEWO slot machine course. If you have any other questions, shoot us an email, text, whatever, however you want to call us, or we'll come to your house, whatever, whatever you want. That's it. That's everything you need to know. Besides that, it should be completely self-functioning, but if there's any problems, please, please, please let us know. I love this thing so much, and I want you to love it too, and have fun with it, and have fun with other people having fun with it. So anything we can do, let us know. But yeah, have fun, enjoy it, play it, have a good time.
You in regard for glitter and sand, wired for baking, home water and hair loss, the best free.
Perfect.